Hello, my name's Howard Coutts. I'm a curator at the Bowes Museum, Barnard Castle. It's a wonderful museum founded by John Bowes in County Durham, devoted to his and his wife's collection of fine and decorative arts. But we're going to look for a couple of minutes at a couple of family pieces which came into the museum in the 20th century. The Bowes family were an ancient family of County Durham. They were always servants to the Crown. And this volume is a volume of letters relating to a very gruesome time in their history when, in 1569, the head of the family, Sir George Bowes, defends Barnard Castle against a rebellion of the Northern Earls, and then has the unpleasant task of executing the rebellious subjects at the insistence of the Queen. Thankfully, soon after, the family settled down. They married rich heiresses, and it's shown in this volume they get very involved in the coal trade in the early 18th century, and George Bowes in the early 18th century is one of the grand allies that control the coal trade and become very, very rich. They're possibly the richest private family in all of England, and they don't have any sons, but they have one daughter. This lady, Mary Eleanor Bowes, is by 1767, by the time she's 18, the richest heiress in all England. And she makes what seems a very advantageous marriage to John Lyon, the 9th Earl of Strathmore, on her 18th year in 1767. This is the origin of the Bowes-Lyon family. They do have a number of children, and it's her son, John Bowes, because the Lyon have to give up their name, who becomes the 10th Earl of Strathmore. He doesn't marry until quite late, but he takes up with a village girl, and R. John Bowes, founder of the Bowes Museum, is the product of their union. R. John Bowes wasn't allowed to inherit the title, but he does have a life interest in the family estates, and he's very rigorous in making sure family items go back to the Bowes-Lyon family on his death in 1885. But in the 20th century, we've managed to add a few pieces in to give a sense of this wider history that gives us royal links, and it was Mary Eleanor's direct descendant, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, who was patron of the Bowes Museum in the late 20th century and saw us through many changes of governments.
Hi, I'm Joe. I help develop the community engagement side of the Jubilee exhibition. What we have as a main feature of the exhibition is this street party timeline. All the objects in this timeline were donated by members of the public, so it's really an exhibition installation that's being made for and by the general community. That leads us on to our Legacy Corner here. Legacy Corner really explores how the royal memories have come to shape us today and where this takes us into the future. The centrepiece is this fantastic community mosaic. This was made by 3 different schools, St Mary's, St Wilfrid's and Montalbo. The children learned about Commonwealth countries, and then they put all the Commonwealth flags together that they created into this fantastic 70p stamp mosaic. This section also features recordings by individuals and school children about their royal memories, which is absolutely brilliant. Those can be heard on either end of the room. After you've been around the entire exhibition, when you get into Legacy Corner, you can take inspiration from what you've seen and apply it here. This area you can make your own street party, so really get creative. You can even just write down your memories if you're not very artistic. The exhibition closes on the 5th of June, so we really hope you come see it and enjoy it.